We have been gathered together here for a few days, for some of us 4 days, for the event, the convening of the Four Winds, the third convening of the Four Winds. We've been here for 2 days with many, many, many relatives, over 100 people, close to 150, hosted by the Phillip Deere family in the historic Phillip Deere Roundhouse. And what we came together for here in this, as I said, occupied territory of Oklahoma, is trying to find a way forward for us human beings, for us, those of us in the sovereign red nations, of how we can implement the natural laws, indigenizing the Western law so it fits with the cosmology of what our ancestors taught us. I think that everyone here feels more empowered from not just the words being shared and the strategies being shared, but the very power of prayer that propels us all forward to do the right thing on behalf of our Mother Earth, on behalf of the sacred water and the winds that blow.
It's passing on like a torch, the fire, giving it to the youth to, okay, now, what can we do with this? How can we move with it further? And like we were closing up earlier, we said, well, where do we go from here? And I think that's a question too, that the youth that were here is, where do we go from here? And like we said, like Bob was saying, we're learning from them too. Today was a good feeling. I think for me, it's the fire, the spirit of that fire that really keeps people thinking, keeps people in balance.
We've had a lot of people that offer tobacco and cedar and sage to the fire, and that's the same fire that our old elders, the elders that were here yesterday, people like Leon Shenandoah, the Bell Corps, Russell Means, Dennis Banks, Bill Wap, all these elders, they have come through here, and we've never took that fire out. It's always been here. And so when I see people put their tobacco there and they pray, that prayer and that tobacco is with those elders that were here long ago. And it makes me feel good when I see all those people that come through here, unknowingly that those people were here before them.
So, being in Oklahoma was amazing, or is amazing. It's all of our first time being here. It's obviously, we're Eastern Woodland, so it's different culture in that way, different food systems. So it was awesome to be able to share meals that were good within our nations and having a full belly and sharing laughs and stories. I think that was the most impactful thing for me, was listening to the elders, sitting with Bonnie Deere and having that wisdom and really taking in and being able to give back what we can offer in our stories and how we kind of are all interconnected, and within history how our families have crossed paths and have been here, and how his father has been within our nation and our territory. So it was really impactful in that way.
I think my observation is there was a lot of people in the room from different parts of Oklahoma, different parts of the country, that have used different types of strategies, and I think it was just really nice to have people share what worked for them in their communities, the way that they're fighting for their own sovereignty, the different tools and strategies that they've been using, what's effective, what's not. Again, people sharing their stories and what's going on in their communities, I think is really important. I think when it comes to the young people, I think they're so far advanced, and I think that's really cool, and I think it's something that we should be really proud of, that our young people are really organized. They're so innovative, they're so on top of it. And that means we're actually doing something right if youth are really leading and they're way ahead of us, because that means they were raised right by somebody. Somebody was intentional, and that's also really important. So I'm just really proud for them that they're doing really good work.
I think that everyone here feels more empowered from not just the words being shared and the strategies being shared, but the very power of prayer that propels us all forward to do the right thing on behalf of our Mother Earth, on behalf of the sacred water and the winds that blow. And we had just a whole playing field of children out here empowering us to think about what's their future going to be. We had the young people have a gathering of their own to talk about what do they find important, how do they pick their own leadership within the youth movement that's going to help us to be able to sit at home maybe and enjoy ourselves knowing that it's in capable hands, and it is.
Oh, hey, oh, yo, halena, oh, hey, oh, yo, halena, oh, hey, oh, yo, halena, yo, way, ha, yo, way, ha.